So with the car practically mocked up now, I'm just going to take you through what I've recently been doing, what fits, and now what really is left on the list. Now the list isn't very big anymore. So in the previous video there was still a few little things to check. One of them was here. And as you can see now, I still need to move these brake lines just back. However, I've prepped them to be mounted. I just need to pull them back in. As you can see, they sit there. And we have clearance now. There's a roughly 10 millimeters all the way around. As you can see, both sides. I am needing to cut away of the actual housing inside, but that's not such a problem. The airflow shouldn't be too much affected. The radio is sitting in place. Really happy with this. It just fits just perfectly, exactly how I wanted it. As you can see through the front, you've got the fan inside and it mounts just up there to the bottom. And what this is, it's a little mandrel kind of die for a custom silicone hose. So as you can see, I've made this up to sit just there. What I need to do then is weld this up, add some little ends, give this to a company, and they can remake this using this as a kind of template, and then I'll be able to have a silicone hose. Now, unfortunately, on this side, using a 1D radius 45mm, unfortunately, it doesn't fit. So we're gonna have to do a little rethink there. I've spoken to my fabrication guy, and what he said he can do, we can move this, cut this off, and add a 90-degree angle, just to get me that extra room to get to here. Other than that, shouldn't be an issue. Hidden underneath here is the oil catch can. I went with the radium competition, I feel like it is. It's the larger sizing, and it has the pan, and the routing for that will be from here down and underneath into it, and then there's a port just behind it, which is able to go up straight into the airbox. Now the reason for that is due to this airbox, there is no separator anymore. So on the original, there used to be a separator coming from the crankcase into the separator and then back into the engine. So with this one, I had to add a catch can in place. The header tank is done and ready to go. All I need to do is mount somewhere down here. Now with my Condor shaft, I had to send it off to get a different size spline. But that's not a problem, they sorted me out, really helpful. That should be nice and clear now. And bodywork wise, this wing isn't too bad. There's a bit of something here which doesn't look too happy. I feel like the bodywork guy can get that out nice and easily. And this sits pretty well when it's pushed in properly. This wing, same again, sits nice and tight on here. Nice and straight. There's a few dings in it, but that shouldn't be a massive issue. The only issue here is this front corner. Unfortunately, it has been bent in, so I've just been using the bonnet to kind of shape it back into shape. It kind of tilts, it kind of curves further in, so all I need to do is knot that in a bit further, do a few more bonnet tests. And same with the valance now, that's back from sandblasting. It's been epoxy primer just as the other panels have. All I need to do is take out a few dents along on the front, but I can use the valance that I've got, the splitter that I've got, and the oil cooler duct to kind of shape that up. Another one of my worries is, will this fit? And luckily it does. It's close, but it does fit. I don't know what I'm going to do about an air filter just yet, whether I throw it down. Obviously going through the headlight would be perfect, because as you can see it lines up nice and good. However, I don't really fancy that, but I feel like that's something to worry about later. But there really is not much room. I feel like I can cut into the headlight and kind of get a good airflow through here. You can cut these out here, get a bit more room around this headlight, just to give a bit of airflow. Here's the damage that I had to do to the bonnet. Unfortunately, this is going to be scrap, as there is a lot of corrosion, especially around here. I did think after it got blasted that there was going to be some damage, but unfortunately it's worse than I expected, especially under here, which I think I've shown already. But as you can see, there's just too many holes. So I've got a new bonnet on the way. It's not new, it's second hand, but it's in much better condition. And then regarding the height of the engine and how close the airbox is to the bonnet, I feel like I can squeeze a little bit down on the engine. So with the engine mounts, they're made out of really thick stuff. So currently this is just a mock-up to get the correct height, because I need a 45mm engine mount. So I feel like it'd be pretty easy to shave less than 5mm, probably aim for about 4mm off the bottom of these. All I'll do is drop the engine just slightly. There's still going to be enough room underneath. It is extremely tight. It's really hard to see, unfortunately. But the sump is still needing work, but that's something I can do outside the car. I've got all the measurements ready to go. All that's left now is just a few little tidy up jobs. Just here where it's gone through, I need to tidy up these edges from when I made these removable on both sides, which I've just marked up on the inside. So I think the best thing to do now is remove everything from the front end. We can get onto the final little jobs, and then it will be ready to go for the respray. Right then, so here's a little sneak peek of the final product. However, the rest of the video will be me taking the front end back off, engine out, completing my list, and then putting everything back on, and we'll do the final panel gap check.
It'll be fine, it's got 10mm of thread on it really. Hold in.
So yeah, that is it. The car is now ready for paint. It took 8 years to get to this position. We'll be quite excited about it. It's been pretty stressful, but we have got there in the end. So with all the panels back on, everything removed that I need, all I need to do now is fill the boot with the panels, and then we're ready to go. See you in the next one.